Recently I had a little breakdown. Well, actually a couple. Once on the M1 and then once again on this busy A road roundabout. The second happening because I put the first breakdown due to owning an old car. What happened was the throttle would stop working, but the car would continue as usual with no warning lights, probably due to the check engine light not working. Once you came to a stop, the engine would cut out and the Christmas tree of lights would light up. Wait 5 minutes and you're back running again with no warning lights and no problems. So, based on the symptoms of the car 30 minutes into driving, losing throttle and not being able to be restarted, and then after waiting 5 minutes being able to start up as normal, the AA man advised me it was the crank position sensor. So you really have to get into the depths of the car there, and it is a inverse Torx number 8 screw, and try not to drop the screw, but you can just about get your arms around and not have to unplug anything. I've unclipped this one and this one just so in case I put any force on them they wouldn't snap the plastic clips. And now I'm going to try and pull out the actual sensor, and I'm going to keep the lead on because apparently these clips can get very brittle and I don't want the clip breaking. And there we go. That is the clip pulled out, and I've just got to unclip it now and replace it with a new one. So I pulled it up slightly and just rearranged it around the wires. So now I'm going to try and take the clip off. There we go. Is the sensor. So here is the old one, here is the new one. As you can see, they are slightly different, and I did select the cheaper option, the Hella one, but it says it does fit, so I'll give that a go. The original OEM is Bosch, and Mercedes told me they were selling for about £230. You can pick up one of these Bosch sensors from Eurocar Parts for about £50, so I definitely take the Eurocar Part route. They should be exactly the same in sensors. So it was a bit tight, sliding it in, so I just ran a bit of fairy liquid around it, knocked it in very gently with the top of that screwdriver. It didn't take much at all, and then the screw hole wasn't quite central, so I've just put in something smaller to line it up, and I've wiggled it around so it spun the sensor round and the screw hole now lines up. So those are the only things that were a little bit tricky on this job. That is now the crankshaft position sensor change. The other thing that it could be is the K40 module, which is right in this box here, and the soldering sometimes separates from the board due to the high temperatures and the lifespan of the engine, so I'm going to check that as well just to make sure that's not a problem there. And always remember to disconnect your batteries first. Well, if I just pull it out without unplugging them, maybe. So that's the K40 module out. So I've just gone around and slowly loosened it up with the screwdriver and just been putting it in the side there and then lifting up. And here is the module itself. So this is definitely not the worst board I've seen, but looking at the joints, there is one joint here where you can see it has gone a little bit dry right here. So I'm going to touch that one up and then get us back in the car.